Alright, so we continue from where we ended. Okay, so we mentioned that the correlation coefficient formula is this. Okay, is this one. So we want to do an example, okay, to illustrate how you can use this in Excel. Okay, so with your calculator you can easily do that by entering that into your calculator. Okay, so if you have no idea, just follow what I'm doing in Excel and then try doing the same thing on your paper and then compare the answers. Okay, all right, so I open my Excel file. This is my Excel file. I have x and y, and then I want to find out whether there is a correlation between x and y. So x is something like, let's say, height, and then y is weight. So I'm trying to find out whether there is a correlation between height and weight. Okay, per the formula you will need summation of xy. Means you have to multiply x and y. Okay, you need the mean of x, you also need the mean of y, you need x squared, you need the summation, you need the mean of x, and then you take the square. Okay, so in an Excel file, the first thing you are doing x and y, so I'm multiplying x by y. So here my function is equal sign 162 times 67. Okay, so hitting enter give me 1. So it means when you multiply x, which is 167, by 67, this is what you get. So using this drop down, clicking on it completes the table for you. Okay, so you need a sum, so you can come here. I need a sum, so to get a sum I can say, before that let me add another cell here so that insert. Yeah, so I can come here and say these are my sums. Okay, so I want to sum the whole of x, know the sum of it, add 167 to 156, 170, add everything up to the last number. So to do that, I'll go to home, auto sum. All right, so auto sum will pick everything. When I hit enter, it sums everything. So it's telling me that when I sum 167 plus 156, 170 up to the last digit, I get 2229. Okay, so for me to find the sum of this, it might not be necessary, so I can use this drop down and drag it. Okay, so when I drag it, it will fill the rest for me. So this value here is the sum of all the numbers. These numbers is a sum. Okay, remember this is what we need. Remember, we need the sum of xy, which is shown in the formula. We need the sum of xy. We need the sum of xy. We need this, and that is what we have calculated. All right, that's what we have calculated here. We also need the sum of x squared, so we'll find x squared. So let's write it. X squared. All right, so to get a s squared, we come here, equal sign, we do x squared, so raise the power 2, we hit enter, it gives us the value. So we use a drop down, we drag it down. Remember, we need a sum too, so we can use this and drag it down. So the sum of x squared has also been given. Okay, so when you come here, this is one of the things we need. This is one of the things we need. Okay, this is one of the things we need. We need this one, then we need this guy. All right, we need this guy too. So we need this and that. Okay, so let me change the color so that yeah, so we need this guy and this guy. So this is the summation of xy and summation of x squared, which is what we also need in the formula. Okay, now we need the mean of x and y. Mean of x and y. So let's find mean of x. Okay, so mean of x. So mean of x, we say that mean of x, mean. So you come here. Now you want the mean. So what you do is that mean, another name for mean, you know, is called average. So you say equal sign average. All right, equal sign average. So the average comes, this is average, you click on it, and now what do you want to find the average? I want to find the average of this whole numbers. All right, so you select up to this, don't include the sum. Okay, and then you hit enter. So that's the average mean of x. So you can drag that also through this to get the average of y. Okay, which is 69. So average of y is 69. So now we have everything. We have everything in the formula. We have everything. Okay, we have everything. We have the sum of x, y. We have the mean of x, mean of y. We also have summation of x squared. We have mean of x. So now we, you know, n is the number of data we have, data points we have. Okay, so if you go into the Excel, how many data points we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. All right, 14. Okay, so we have 14 elements there, so it means our n is 14. Okay, so our n is 14. So to find our r, let's say our r, this is what we are finding. So it's equal to, per the formula, we need summation of x, y, which is this. All right, so summation of x, y minus, okay, so let's go back to the formula. So summation of x, y minus n times x bar, y bar. So minus n, we said n is 14, times, all right, x bar, y bar, and then x bar, y bar is the mean. So this is the mean. So this one times y bar. Okay, so that is the first, the numerator. So you close the bracket, divided by, okay, divided by, you're now going to write the denominator. So per the formula, the denominator, we need summation of x squared, which is what we have calculated here. So summation of x squared, and then the formula says minus n x bar squared. So we type minus n is 14 times x bar, which is this, all right, squared. Okay, so we take a square, so raise the power 2, then we close the bracket. Okay, so when you hit enter, you get your r. So now this is our correlation coefficient. Okay, this is our correlation coefficient. We did this manually. This is how you do it in your book. Okay, so you pick your exercise book and you try this. You try your hands on them. Do the same as I'm doing. Don't do it in Excel. Pick exercise book, use your calculator, multiply them, and then fix them into the formula. Okay, right? So this whole thing could have been done with Excel straight away. Okay, so what you will do is that to do this with Excel, you just have to say you go to data. Okay, so when you go to data, there is data analysis there. Data analysis is there. All right, so let's see. So when data analysis comes, okay, what you want to do, you want to do correlation. So correlation is here, you choose it, and then they ask you to select the range of values. Okay, so you need x and y, so you select x and y. Okay, so you select x and y, and then so your first has a labels in a row. Okay, and then you want to you want your output in a new worksheet. Okay, all right, so I think that's enough. Click OK, and then you find out that this is the correlation. So between x and y, the correlation is negative 0.11923. So to interpret this correlation, we say that there is a very weak negative correlation between x and y. So you see, the same thing I got by doing it manually is the same thing that we are having here. The same thing I got for doing the work manually is the same thing we are getting here. So the manual one gave us this. All right, the manual one gave us this, which is slightly some points decimal higher than the one given here, but it's the same thing. Okay, all right, okay, so that is the illustration, the example on correlation that I have added to it. So try your hands on it, then we'll meet and continue from correlation. Okay, have a good day.